Okay, I'm gonna do a try and keep this short. I know I've been getting a lot more questions about doing more derby videos. Well, if I'm building something for somebody, I could do a derby video. Don't really have too much going on in that case. I got a project I need to make room for a friend, but it's almost pointless because he's not really derbying anymore. But I'd said I'd do it anyways, and maybe the future change. You know, it's not just me not being able to derby anymore because of arthritis. The derbies in this state have pretty much died. Even the ones that are out aren't worth going to. That's why you don't see me traveling like I used to. And I haven't, which you probably don't realize unless you go really back to my videos, I haven't traveled in a long time. That's how bad. We used to go to Payson in different areas, but in Prescott, but it started dying there first, and then it just continued to just disappear on me. It's both sad, and I guess now that I can't do it, I guess no, I'd still rather go to a derby, even if I couldn't participate. It's hard to watch it, but so this is why you're going to get more of these Volkswagen stuffs, because I have 4 right now in different stages of work process. This is my always going to be a lot done on this 73 Super Beetle, since this is my and this video is getting long already, 1 minute and a half. But anyways, this is my daily driver, and I mean actual daily driver. I had a 04 Mitsubishi, which is hidden over there. It's actually sold. I'm just waiting for the rest of my money, because you can get in the car until you give me all the money, since I've already been screwed on that car once. But anyways, and I find, like I've said before, the Super Beetle is a better car version. Okay, yeah, my wife's got a brand new Ford over there, but I don't like new cars. That car's nice, everything about it's nice, but it has no personality. And this thing is all personality. Like I say, it's a better car than a regular Bug, but then you still have the personality of a Bug. So let me just get on what we're doing here instead of rambling. You'll see the seats are taken out. The seats are taken out because I'm doing, you can see over there and maybe over there. I'm doing a Goodwill. I don't know if you have a Goodwill where you're at. Goodwill's a thrift store, but I'm doing a Goodwill stereo system because I'm going nuts, not having anything to listen to. And now that I've put the performance exhaust in this car and not the pea shooters, which I love that whistle sound, but then I love the performance of the header big pea shooter. But the header, oddly enough, because it's lower tone, and lower tones, especially for me and my bad hearing, are quieter. I was like, it's the perfect time to put the radio back in the car. Plus, I'm going nuts. But that's not what this is about. I'm not going to show you how to put a radio in the car. I'm going to say the radio is why I'm doing some other stuff here, because your audio idiot expresses and stuff that do horrible jobs and screw cars up really damage this car, and I'm going to show you in a moment here. So my wiring is not that great to begin with, and this hokey system here, the red wire cut into that's my ignition wire. That's what makes this car run. Why I had to do this is because when they installed the other stereo, that was like a 85 watt by 4. It was a pretty potent stereo with a high amp. The Bugs have fuses for the ignition. It can be annoying because most cars don't have. They have fusible links and stuff, so you don't pop a fuse and your car dies in the middle of the road. Well, Bugs actually have fuses, but because they're probably having a problem, and I was having problems, sort of. I'll explain it in a moment. You could have the fuse popping. Well, that'd be fine and good if they had hooked the radio into the side of the fuse that would actually blow in the fuse. All they did is stuck it on the wrong side, so it caused a huge amp draw, and instead of the fuses popping, they weren't popping, they were melting. There was so much heat, and this wire here would get so hot, and it still kind of does, would get so hot because it's damaged somewhere else that I've cut out. That's why you have this red wire, and I'll show it in a moment. They got so hot they would burn your finger. You can see the red wire is hopefully put in here. So even though I fixed the real issue of the heat, kind of, I still got an area. I'm going to fix that completely. But then I finally thought of a smart idea here that most Volkswagen people, experienced Volkswagen people, and I'll show you that, do on the starter side. And before I explain that why, okay, so think about it. Your battery's there. It's a pretty long wire, comes all the way up here, goes to your ignition switch, and then another wire goes all the way back to your starter. Well, it does the same thing with the ignition too. So I thought, why not do what you do in a starter? And you can see my starter relay, which, yeah, I should probably install it better. Because I used something that was pre-made from an alarm system that the wires are already cut and ready to hook up. So what we do is we put a relay in place. So basically, it's now just sending a signal to the relay, and direct voltage from the battery is going directly to the, and I got a hokey because I had a problem with my rusty wiring switches. Sometimes the starter wouldn't work even, so I had this jumper thing that's now still in here because I'm afraid to take it off to bump the starter over. But yeah, and you can see the relay's hooked to the factory wire that goes to the starter solenoid to engage the starter solenoid. Oddly enough, I don't know where the other side. Oh, there it is. There's the other side. So you see, I just took and spliced into here with my relay. This wire, that wire, makes the connection between the relay. So now I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna do it nicer on the. Here he goes. Here's the red wire. I'm gonna leave some of the red wire because I need it, and here's the black wire that I've just fixed and decided that now I don't have the huge resistance. I have a little bit more resistance going back here, but there's no way to really get to that wire. And this will possibly is not the word. It will improve the situation. So I'm just going to take this relay here, probably mount it right there and wire it in, and then that way it'll, at least on the ignition side, switch side, I won't have the burning hot wire, because now it's just sending a 12 volt signal. Plus maybe the problem is still there, and the relay, by taking the load off it, well, the possible load, if I still have a heat problem issue there, then I know I got more problems in the dash. But anyways, that's my 7-minute discussion that could have been 2 minutes. Sorry there, but yeah, there you go. Another decision or idea for you if you want to improve your car, because of the, hate to say it, the wiring wasn't the greatest on these cars, and now it's 40 years old. So, and then more spray glue, because I'm gonna pull. I don't know if I showed you this carpet, anyone. This carpet is not carpet. It's actually like construction paper, felt like hobby stuff. It's hilarious. If I could pull it up, you can actually see through this in the sun. But this carpet kit, all the way back to the car, was like $40. So I mean, a $40 carpet kit compared to hundreds of dollars, and I just wanted to look better instead of staring at the ground. Hey, that's perfect. It actually looks halfway decent. So there you go, an over-explained video on ignition relay. All cars use them nowadays in new cars for the most part, so why not your vintage car? See ya.